welcome to Get Your Geek On's top 20 video games of all time.
Or as the cool kids are calling it, the GYGO T20 GOATs.
Indeed they are. Now before we start, this is the rules for the top 20. There is only going to be one game from each franchise on the list. So you're not going to see a list full of Mario and Call of Duty games, for example.
There can't be any games that have been released this calendar year.
And all games have to have been available on consoles or PC after launch. So, unfortunately, you're not going to see something like Afterburner Arcade, for example.
Really?
Unfortunately, so.
Shame. And of course, all the games have to be awesome.
So, they are the rules, and we're going to start off with number 20, and we've got a good one for you guys, and it is this. So, it's a retro one, and it's by Capcom.
I think I know what it is.
I know what it is. It would be Street Fighter 2.
Super Street Fighter 2.
Very hard to decide because there is just that many Street Fighters and they all came out around the mid-90s and they started the big boom of beat-em-ups. Can you name a few?
Fate of Fury, Mortal Kombat, King of Fighters.
Pretty much everything based on
I think Street Fighter 2 started that boom in the early 90s.
Agreed.
There's a lot of stuff. And here we go, 16 characters in this version of Street Fighter 2.
And different character colours.
Yeah, I think you could have 6 different colours of costume. I think Fei Long was the best new addition to the roster.
Yeah, and Tomahawk was definitely the worst, for sure.
So what are the notable differences in this particular version?
The main big changes in this version of Street Fighter were the abilities to do combos, and as you saw at the beginning of the video, the first attack, getting points for fighting well.
And the car's in a new environment.
A big change there.
And there's a wall now.
Which is practically the same as the car in all
No
fairness.
barrels in this version, unfortunately. And this is the Mega Drive version, you can tell from the sound.
And depending on which side of the fence you were on, you either preferred the SNES version or the Mega Drive.
See, I only had a Mega Drive, so I played this version.
I'm the same, I played the Mega Drive version,
Yeah.
and it was always the standard for me. I
You
did
know,
play the SNES one.
Mega Drive version actually had more frames of animation.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
Interesting fact for everybody.
Mm.
But poor sound, obviously.
Yeah.
So Street Fighter 2 is, in my opinion, the best beat-em-up ever.
I would totally agree with that as well. It's definitely the groundbreaking beat 'em up, and it started every other beat 'em up from then on. So yeah, it deserves its place. That was number 20 with Super Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo and Mega Drive. For those of you who haven't played a Street Fighter game, where the hell have you been for the last 20 years? Everyone's played Street Fighter. Have you played Street Fighter?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yes, that one with balls in.
Yeah, and it's got a girl in it.
Yeah, I played that one.
So everyone's played Street Fighter. I'm not sure if it's the same type of Street Fighter, but everyone's played a version of it somewhere. It probably existed. And at number 19, we have something a little bit different. It's from a more modernised console, so you can't really judge it off the last game, but it definitely held a league of its own, and it definitely deserves its place in the top 20. And here we have it with this little beauty.
Oh, I recognise that.
It's Crash Bandicoot.
No, can't be.
Surely not.
It's one of the Uncharted games, but which one? Which one do you think? Which is your personal favourite Uncharted?
My personal favourite? Ooh, see, 3. Yeah, 3. Good choice.
Yeah, it's either 3 or 2 or 1.
They were all fantastic games.
They're all brilliant games. Could have been any one of the 3, I think. And this is the opening of the game, which you know you're in for a treat when you're playing this.
Yeah.
It's a tutorial come first level, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a cutscene almost, but it's great.
And Naughty Dog do just make some fantastic games.
Most recently with The Last of Us, which unfortunately can't go in the show.
Sadly ineligible for
But you can tell by this game that they are masters of set pieces and just general awesomeness. The controls, everything is bang on.
Everything about this game is spot on. Awesome set pieces, the controls awesome. You can strap grenades to people like this right here.
Boom. And then, uh-oh!
Yeah, it seems to be everything is a set piece.
Yeah,
much.
you just don't know when it's going to happen.
And not in a bad way either.
No, there's no kind of... It just, yeah, it just blends perfect. Nice! Fridge to the face there. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty much, I can't really pick a fault with the game, to be honest.
No, not at all.
Graphically awesome, there's lighting effects right there.
It takes so many nods from other kind of platformer slash third person shooters, but does something original with it.
Obviously it's very much inspired by Tomb Raider, but took that to a completely new level.
Oh, definitely.
And now Tomb Raider is ironically taking cues from Uncharted.
Yeah, it definitely is, definitely. And when it comes to PlayStation 3 games, this was the game that all PlayStation owners were kind of bragging about to their fellow Xbox owners, because it is possibly one of the finest games in recent years.
Well, it's one of the best games of this generation, for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely, I totally agree.
And there's nothing else to say about it. It's, if you have never played it, if you haven't got a PlayStation 3,
do it for this scene alone.
Yeah, get one.
Get one, yeah.
Get Uncharted 3.
So there we have it, guys. That was the first 2 titles in the top 20. Don't panic just yet if your game didn't make it to those positions. They could still be in the list. However, if they didn't make it there, well, you're going to have to go and 100,000 hand slap a tramp in frustration.
See, now I'm worried.
Why?
I thought my game might come in at number 20 or 19, as I really don't see it coming any higher.
And that game is?
Night Trap.
Yeah, I don't think you got much luck with that one, unfortunately, dude.
Someone else must have voted for Night Trap.
I don't think so. Anyway, guys, make sure you leave us a comment in the section below telling us what games you are hoping to see in the rest of the top 20. Make sure you give us a like, click the thumb, and go to our Facebook page where you can also follow us for the latest in comics, movies, games, cosplay, and all kinds of geeky stuff, which is just plain awesome. And we do it just for you guys, so please do follow us. Thanks for watching, and as always, goodbye, and join us for part 2.